Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going? How was your
It's go
summer?
it's going great, Steven. How are you guys?
Good. How was your summer?
Summer was good. It was super hot. But while we were on break, I went to Montana for
Oh,
my mom's birthday, and we went to go visit my brother who just moved up there, and we did a
yeah.
lot of hiking in Glacier National Park and everything like that, and then just kind of got back to the work routine. But it was
Mm,
really fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a small
Can
world. I was
I
saying,
want I'm sorry, Steve. I want to say this to Adam real quick. You take some awesome photographs.
yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Your
Mhm.
photographs are awesome. Please go by and check out his Instagram page. His photographs
Yeah,
are awesome.
Thank you. Thank
absolutely.
you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Steven.
And I was saying it's a small world because I started a new job and my director asked me, "How you know Adam Multihoney?" I said, "Oh, we used to work together."
And we're on a hit radio program.
Well, I don't want them all my business. But
No,
anyway,
but they see me posted now, so they'll probably be they'll be checking you out on at least the movie
uh-huh.
reviews.
All right. Oh well. Anyway, so welcome back. I'll let you all take it away with movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I won't take up too much time on the TV shows I've watched, but I saw White Lotus, which is the HBO show that came out, I guess, over the break, and it's about this high-end resort in Hawaii and kind of the resort staff and kind of the rich people that attend there and kind of how their lives intertwine. HBO show. I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it enough to watch each episode. I think a lot of people really loved it, but it didn't click with me as much as they did. Um, Saw Loki, the new Marvel series. That was very entertaining. It's kind of a fun twist on the Marvel TV shows. My only complaint there is a little short. I think 6 episodes in, and they're setting it up for a sequel, and they're setting it up for the Doctor Strange movie. And I know that's all coming down the line, but I was hoping for a little more of that Loki adventure. Um, and then I started watching Money Heist, which I don't know if you've noticed, anyone noticed, it's kind of been like trending on Netflix, and they have a fifth season out, and it's a Spanish TV drama about these people who are robbing a mint in Spain
Mm.
to kind of make money, and what goes on in their lives, and how this like perfect heist is happening and kind of unraveling at the same time. It is, you could watch it subtitled or dubbed, but it's been kind of keeping my attention lately.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, so I highly recommend that. And then one other thing I did during the break, if I don't know if y'all either of you saw, but I made a video for work, kind of a return to work like video that it was a little bit of comedy video of how people are interacting when they're back in the real world, having like a conference call, and people are still picking up their old habits from virtual meetings and things like that. So
Yeah.
if you haven't had a chance, check that out as well. And then for the movies, I just want to talk. I only saw there were so many I wanted to see. I wanted to see Free Guy. I wanted to see Green Knight. They're still on my list. Haven't had a chance to check them out just yet, but I did see the Suicide Squad, the new James Gunn, kind of almost a remake, but like a rehash of Suicide Squad from a few years ago. Definitely better than the first. It still has kind of a few weak points, but overall a fun little romp. And if you have HBO Max, you can watch it for free. But the main movie I want to talk about, which has been number one at the box office for the past 2 weeks, is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And this is the latest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie starring Simu Liu, Tony Leung, Aquafina, and it follows the story of Shang-Chi, whose father is a man who possesses these 10 rings that are very powerful, and he's been around for 4,000 years, and how he's getting called back to kind of get back into this world that he tried to escape for living in San Francisco for the past 10 years. I enjoyed it thoroughly. This was a great job. The fight scenes were fun. You do have a kind of a little bit of that Marvel over the topness to it, but I thought they did great with the pacing, great with the story, and it was good to see this new generation of Marvel superheroes.
Yeah. I haven't checked that out yet, but thank you for that review because now I'll check it out. I'll
Mhm.
trust you on this, Adam.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
you'll love the fight scenes are amazing.
yeah. Okay, good. So I too have been uh, TV bound. I was kind of stricken to home for a little bit. I got injured at work, so I was kind of down a little bit.
Oh,
So I had a lot of time to really dig into some TV. And I got into the Disney Plus series What If? Did you check that out at all?
no, it's on my list though. I do want to watch it.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting. Marvel fans, you'll get a kick out of it. It's something different. And I've always wanted more animated series from
Hmm.
Marvel anyway. I think DC really outdoes them when it comes to the animated series, and I'm glad Marvel's picking up. I want to see more of that. Um, Titans on HBO Max is pretty good. They're in there. What is this? The third season?
Hmm.
Fourth season? Third season. Yeah, and it's really good. The storyline is good. They're doing a good job with it. I hope they keep it up. This show on Hulu called Nine Perfect Strangers is really good in a very adult, cerebral way. Check that one out. That's something to watch. Animal Kingdom on TNT is still good. I didn't know how good it was going to be when Ellen Barkin has departed the cast, and it's just the boys now, but it is so damn good. Check it out. A lot of drama, a lot of crime, a lot of action. Check it out. And David McMahon on TV. That's pretty good. Steven, do you watch that? David McMahon?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
I
That's a
thought it was
really
kind of weird this season when they had him as an adult, but it actually goes very well. Like they
yes.
do a
Yeah.
good job with that. Yeah.
It's very abstract storytelling. Very
Mhm.
abstract, because if you're not paying attention, you can be very confused.
Mhm.
And
And I'm
it's
glad
like,
the
well, what's
boys still
going on
part of
here?
the show though.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
But it's
younger.
good. Like once you figure it out, that's another cerebral show. It gets in your head. And the two films I saw was Aretha was one. Gonna say I'm not a fan. I didn't appreciate the film. Um, uh, for so many reasons. And I don't want to, it's not about Jennifer Hudson. It's not about anyone in particular. I just think that the story itself wasn't, it didn't do justice. I'll say that. It didn't do justice. So I wasn't a fan of that. And Candyman, which I thought was
Mm,
brilliantly written.
mm,
Brilliantly
Yeah,
written.
I've heard
I
good
was
things.
wondering how they were going to do that, but
mm.
yeah.
I love that. I love that. That was
Jordan
I think
Peele,
that's my
yes.
first time in the theater. My first time in the theater. Since
Yeah. Good. Good. That's it for me.
okay, I want to talk about Clickbait on Netflix. Great.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Really good. And the good thing is like it's a limited series, so it's not like 20 episodes like Manifest. I like Manifest, but Manifest. I did watch all those, and they actually got picked up for their fourth season, I believe. And it's 20 episodes. But the crazy thing was I was finishing up. Like, I had just started season 2, and then they hit me with season 3 that Friday. I was like, man, I felt like depression, but it's really good. I thought it was good.
Nice.
Queen Sugar's back, which this is last season on OWN. I like that show. That's one of my favorites. But I really want to talk about Big Brother because I have been getting it going back and forth with people on Twitter about Big Brother because from the jump this season, this is the first season they've had. This is the most diverse their cast has been, and in this season they have 6 Black people on the show. So from the jump, they created an alliance. Sole point of the alliance is so that a Black person could win for the first time in 23 seasons. That's why they created the alliance. And so they called themselves the 6, but no one knew they were working together because there's this one girl in the group, Tiffany. Tiffany was the mastermind behind their success to becoming the first. This is gonna be the first time a Black person will win because they're the final 6. And so she had them all pair because they all were friends with everyone in the house. Different people in the house you become friends with. You live in there. So she paired them. You pair with your person, and as we window down, we're gonna start eliminating our person. So like they were never in the same room together, like by themselves. Like some people were. I'm thinking, how are y'all not know this is going on? You never seen to be Black people in the house, y'all getting eliminated each week. but they were so good with it. And so they made it to the 6. And even Tiffany, the mastermind, she tried to run kind of game towards while they get to the 6, and she didn't want to put her person up because they really are the closest. They're like that's her closest friend in the house. You know what I mean? But they call themselves the Cookout, the 6, and that's what their dedications to. And so she tried to run game, it backfired on her, so she ended up having to tell her person without exposing the Cookout. So she just said that I can't see myself sending a person of color home. And so, and the girl, she was listening to her, and then she said, "Oh, you put me up?" Yeah, but they both were crying. And to I can't think of her name, Claire. To Claire's defense, she said in her confessional, I can't even be mad at her because in this game for many years, Black people are the first people to go home, and they don't get a fair chance in this game. So I can't be mad at her for sending me home. And I respected that. But anyway, so this is why I've been arguing with people on Twitter. Calling the Cookout racist. This is the first season the show's been about race. And one person tweeted me saying that there's no white group that's come together to target Black people. I said,
yeah, it is.
I said, there's only 2 Black people in the house. You don't need to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, Black people always the first one to be put out that game. And so it was just the fact that people were saying it's racist. No, this was an alliance that put themselves together to make history for the first Black person to win. It's not like they were going after because you're this color or you're this color. They didn't do that. And they were generally friends. It's a game. You know what I mean? They were friends with every people in the house. So Twitter, I've been.
You're spending too much time on Twitter.
While I was minding my own business, then I see the replies. Oh, okay.
Logging on to Twitter was the first mistake.
Because I was strolling down and I followed Big Brother's page, and they had mentioned the Cookouts and they're about to make history. I was reading the comments. They're racist. In this game, this is the trashiest season in history. This will go down as a television something. I'm thinking, really? But anyway, but the Cookout, they made it. They're making history. Last night, now they're having to play against each other. So this one it gets good because they don't really have alliances, and they're all making secret alliances with each other. But yeah, it's gonna be this is where it gets interesting. But I love it. Anyway, that was my soapbox about being racist. Well, guys, anything coming down the pipeline? Anything else?
Yeah, so there's a couple. First of all, I saw a trailer to The Eternals, and I don't know, Chike, I'm not familiar with this Marvel storyline, but that seems to be the next Marvel movie about all these kind of Eternal superheroes coming back.
I'm not familiar with the storyline either, but Ava DuVernay, I don't need to know anything else. I don't need to know anything else.
Perfect. And then it's not until December, but that new Matrix trailer looked really good too.
Listen, I'm here to tell you. And so really quickly, Keanu Reeves had received a tweet from Marvel Comics on his birthday. And it's a buzz going on as to why Marvel has interest in Keanu Reeves on his birthday. And there's rumored that he has been plugged for a couple of different roles, one of them possibly being the new Wolverine.
Ooh, nice.
Very interesting. We'll see what develops.
Yeah. Did you see Janet Jackson released a trailer for her 2-part documentary?
No, I didn't.
It was good. They have Mariah Carey in there, Missy Elliott, and some others that are speaking on her behalf.
Nice. I'm sure that, because I mean, you really think about it. I don't mean blasphemous of any kind to Michael Jackson, but the only other person really on that level is Janet. And she has a lot to tell. A lot to tell. So
and she says she's telling the truth from her perspective. One of my friends asked, "You think she'll talk about the Super Bowl performance?" I said, "She has to, of course."
Definitely that, because in all honesty, and part of her truth is that incident shifted her career. She has not been the same since then. So I'm sure she has a lot to tell.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks as always. Welcome back. Thank you for letting us know what to spend our time and money on and what not to. And have a great week.
All right. Thanks, you too.
All right.
Right back after this.